I keep telling people the Karen and Bed Bucking series this year are going to be more interesting than ever before. So, the latest person that has now made the entry to the Karen series is none other than Ciara. Y'all probably like, what in the world did Ciara do in order to end up into the Karen Hall of Shame? Well, the title kind of gives it away, the description gives it away even more, but the details are even worse. So Ciara, who has been married to Russell Wilson for quite some time now, and I believe they have 2 children together, decided that she was going to come out with this song, or at least tease a song that she's coming out with, where the name of the song, I kid you not, is called Girls That Don't Need No Man. And that's exactly why I titled the video Ciara, You're Married, and put married in all caps. Because she's literally making a mockery right now of her marriage by teasing a song like this. But what makes this story even more interesting is the shining light of this story. Besides Ciara wanting to pull a bonehead move like this, there's a lot of black women that pushed back against her, and a lot of them are her fans. So these aren't even haters that are coming at Ciara saying, you know, if this is people that don't like her for whatever reason, but they're pushing back against her because it's like, you're a married woman, you have a family, why are you pushing out this song about girls not needing a man? When a lot of, and I'm speaking, you know, for them, when they say, we want one. We want what you have. I believe one of the tweets said that, but I'm going to read the article and I believe they're going to have some of the tweets in there where a lot of them saying, we want what you have. A lot of people be like, couples goals and ship goals. That's why you do not ship anybody or say couple goals under anything, because you don't know what goes on in these relationships. Now, it makes me question, why would Ciara even make a song like that if she's in a supposedly seemingly happy marriage? Because one would say, if you're going to make a song, at least make one about families, marriage, and maybe dedicated to your husband. By the way, speaking of her husband, Russell Wilson, if it wasn't for Russell Wilson, from my knowledge, she wouldn't have her master's, because I believe he paid out of his own pocket to get her master's, because she, for some reason or another, wasn't able to get it. So for her to do a song like this, that's a slap in the face to him. My biggest question to Ciara is, why would you make a song like this? And you are, again, married. You're not a single woman. Unless there's something you're trying to tell us. But let me go ahead and read the article. Some Ciara fans aren't too happy about a new single the singer has just released, suggesting that the lyrics are hypocritical of the lifestyle she lives. In a recent post on Instagram, the Goody singer and dancer teased her new song entitled For the Girls, where she is seen in a studio singing. This is for the girls getting money. This is for the girls that don't need no man. This is for the girls who's in love with themselves. This is for all the girls who done did it by theyself. This sounds like a great value version of Independent Woman by Destiny's Child. Now, you remember Destiny's Child back in the day, they came out with a lot of those so-called anthems about, you know, women empowerment, like Independent Woman and Bugaboo and all those Pay My Bills and all of that stuff. But then eventually they got older and they released the cut that a lot of men loved called Cater to You. And for a lot of them, that was before any of them were in relationships. Well, I think Beyonce probably was with Jay-Z at the time, but it was kind of low key. But yeah, what is Ciara thinking making this type of song? And she has no one to blame but herself. She could have did any other type of song, make another dance record or whatever, because that's what she's really known for, is her dancing, because she's a phenomenal dancer. Because let's be real here, Ciara is not the strongest singer. And that's been plainly obvious since the inception of her career back in like 2005. But okay, but it is what it is. Her dancing makes up for it. But this ain't it. And her fans are letting her have it, and rightfully so. She then spells out the word independent before the chorus begins to play. This is for my girls. This is for my girls. A. The singer then sings in the video while the record plays, This Is So Good. Some fans appear to like the song by signifying their nod of approval. Someone wrote, us women not playing in 2023, go off sis. We finally learned to put us first and walking away from anything that's not aligning with our purpose or giving us the desires of our heart. And I love that for us. Let's go. One fan commented, I wonder how many cats she owns. Someone else says that Atlanta flow never leaves, and I'm proud. Another wrote, but others had choice words for the 37-year-old mother of 3. So she has 3 children, of course, one of them being by Future. One said, this is embarrassing to watch a married woman sing a song like this. You do not care about the black women in your community, one fan wrote. You could easily make love songs since you are in love with your husband, but you are purposefully choosing to make a song that will encourage the women in our community to stay single because you know that's what sells and makes money. Please make it make sense. Bring back love songs and stop trying to rob your community. Another wrote, you married though, sis. Her comment section then became a fighting match as fans debated back and forth about whether the lyrics of the song were appropriate or otherwise. Do people not realize these artists' jobs is to make music for the people, and someone put the people out in all caps? She doesn't have to relate. It's for the girls who can relate to jam out to. Duh, I hate the world. Just live to find negativity in every single thing. It's like telling an actor not to act. How would that sound? This sounds like an idiot. Like, this sounds like someone who was born in 2010 who wrote that. But then again, with how some women like to act today, she might be older than me. She's probably in her 40s. She may be around Ciara's age for all I know. Like, listen to what they're saying. See, this is the problem that I have with a lot of people in our community, is that y'all want too much of a good thing, but a lot of times that good thing isn't even good for you. She says, this person said you're making a song for the people. So basically what you're trying to say is, let's just make this conducive to the black community right quick, since Ciara is a black woman, and we're only going to assume most of the people that the song is going to cater to is mainly black women, since that's a huge portion of her fan base. You're saying that making this song for the people is for the collective of black people. So basically the collective of black people fit into the box or to the niche of what she's talking about. Single, alone, independent, doing it by themselves, don't need a man, and a whole bunch of other things is what you're saying. See, like I said, a lot of people don't like when certain people are critiqued on certain things because it infringes on whatever it is that they like. And then, you know, they don't want them to end up in quote unquote that cancel territory. But I bet you if Ciara said anything about their queen bee, Beyonce, they'll cancel her right out the paint, much like they did with Carrie Hilson. That's why Carrie Hilson don't really have a career anymore. I keep telling y'all, that's why I cannot do this celebrity idol worship. I cannot do it. I can be fans of you and everything like that, but when it's time to call stuff out, you got to call it out. And too many people are trying to, unfortunately, defend this, but it's just as many that are pushing back. So shout out to those who are pushing back against this narrative. It says Ciara and Denver Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson met in 2015 and married a year later. They share 3 children: Future Zahir, Sienna Princess, and Wynn Harrison. They said that they met in 2015 and married in 2016. So they've been married for about almost 7 years. Going on about 7 years. And this is how she's talking, or trying, making a song. Now, of course, the PR thing for her to do is say, well, this isn't a song necessarily about me, clearly, because I'm married and have a family, but this is for all the other women. But the thing is, why would you as a married woman want to make a song like that? Wouldn't you want to make a song considering you are a married woman with three children to, push something out there that's more conducive to other, especially other black women and black females? Because that whole thing of being single, independent, don't need a man, and all of that needs to go, especially in our community. I can't speak for anybody else, because like I said, Ciara, in my opinion, isn't making this song for any other group of women, because way too many black women, unfortunately, hold on to this narrative even while they're in relationships and or married. And that's what people are going to look at Ciara like, you're married, but you're singing songs as if you're single. Like, what's really going on? Now, what's to say that the song is not even going to do well? Then that means that was a waste of writing. If she wrote this song, that's a waste of lyrics and a waste of time. When you could have made a whole different song, you could have made a love song. Notice that they don't really make love songs like that anymore. Why? Are they saying making a love song is too hard? Are they saying that it's not worth it and everything like that? I don't know what it is. That's why I be listening to a lot of older songs. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what some like the top 5 songs are right now on the radio. I couldn't. Back then, I could tell you probably what the top 20 songs was on the radio, because those songs were worth listening to. They had a message behind it. This, whatever Ciara is doing, that's not working. And on top of that, she's 37. She's not 27. She's not 17 like when she first got started. She's not a teenager. That was fine. Like, if you wanted to do a song like that, that would have been perfect when she got started in her career. You know, when she had no worries. When she was a teenager, just growing up, getting in the industry, you know, not held down by anybody, not any obligations, no children, anything like that. But you are 37 with a husband and 3 kids, talking about being single, independent, doing it by yourself, and not needing a man. And the thing is, Ciara is not single. She's with a man. She's not doing it by herself. So it kind of contradicts her life. But the double-edged sword is the fact that while this contradicts her life, she's pushing a narrative onto other black women that's being seen as a stereotype. So it's really bad on both ends. There's really no gray area there. There's no silver lining to any of this whatsoever. And some of her fans are dumb to fall for it. But the ones that are pushing back against it, I applaud you. Keep doing that. Because this has feminist tone just written all over it. Because the minute that a lot of these women say, oh, I don't need a man, I don't need a man to do this for me, and all the type of stuff like that, did something happen? Oh, now they need a man, and if the man don't want to help them, then it turns into niggas ain't shit, and now they about to make a diss record about how niggas ain't shit, men are dogs, and all types of stuff like that. And it's an endless cycle. A cycle that they started.